Hello everybody, thanks for joining me on this dogfight video. We have our delightful F-100D courtesy of Grinnelli Design's hard work, and we are going to take on the MiG-19. Now, as many of you are well aware, the MiG-19 is one of the aircraft that basically beats the F-100 in every metric on any chart that you would care about, right? Top speed, acceleration, turn rates at certain airspeeds and altitudes, and basically equal in terms of missile capabilities, but also has more firepower in the form of 30 millimeter versus 20. So we are up against it in this fight, but just because the stat cards don't line up doesn't mean you can't win in the F-100. And I hope that's a lesson that you all pick up in my dogfight series with this aircraft. Because while the F-100 may not dominate the stat cards, you can still win with it, especially in the low speed fight. So turning in to fight the MiG-19 here. He's on our 6, so we're just gonna pull up, roll in, maintaining energy, which the F-100 happens to be pretty good at. It just sucks at, gaining energy. Definitely a dirty canopy on this jet, but part of the job. We're also taking advantage of a little trick with the cigar-shaped Soviet airplanes, which the MiG-19 is one of them. And basically we're going to reduce throttle and turn in while his belly is to us, because when they pull lead, their bellies block view of the target, which is you. So you just reduce power, pull in behind them, or I should say pull into them, and they lose sight of you, so then you end up behind them, as we see here. Taking the AIM-9B shot for reasons that'll be clear shortly, but this was a trick that was done in real life when Navy pilot Jack Ensch was fighting a MiG-17 in Vietnam and pushed his stick forward when the MiG pulled lead to shoot him, which led to an event pretty similar to what you see here. So if you notice, look at how much time elapsed since the time I pulled the trigger and here. I just want to make the point here also that if you have a MiG-19 in your sights and you've got AIM-9s, take the shot, because the time it took me to get from where I fired to catching up to the fireball was a long time in air combat terms. So you're not going to, if you're close enough, you can and certainly should push for guns, but otherwise, if you've got any distance on the Bandit, they're just gonna put on the power and walk away from you. So don't try to be a hero, go for the gunshot. Again, if you have a MiG-19 or any jet you're fighting in your sights, take the shot, because the F-100 is not going to have the acceleration to run anybody down. So it's one of the drawbacks of the F-100. She's an angles fighter, not a speed fighter, not against most airplanes in this game. So with that, hopefully this shows that the F-100, contrary to what reputation may say, is not a brick in the fight. You can certainly win if you're clever and take advantage of a few things. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you all learned a thing or two from this little fight. And if you like my content, consider subscribing. Otherwise, we will see you all in the next video.